Are you waiting for a guy to show up into your life in any way? Welcome to my home. My name is Lynn Hudorovich, and I am a spiritual love coach helping women connect to the love of their lives. And I'm going to be talking about the difference here between waiting for love and receiving love. So if you find yourself waiting for a guy, whether it is a specific person or it is a person that you don't know yet, and you are really desiring to call in that love of your life, then we're going to talk about how to change that waiting energy, which is lack focused, into a more abundant mindset, an abundant heart set of receiving. So waiting for someone specific to call you or text you or arrive at your door or to commit to you or to be open and emotionally available to give you the love that you know you desire, or even propose to you or agree to have children, or wherever you are on your relationship spectrum, it can be this very anxious energy of like, but when is it going to happen? Am I getting too old for this? Is this the right person? If he can't give me what I really desire, then I shouldn't be waiting around. And am I missing out on something? So it causes stress. It causes your cortisol levels to just go up, and it takes you out of the present moment. It takes you out of your feminine energy, and it causes that stress, which then creates more of the problem. So the difference is waiting is very passive defensive. It's defense, it's reactionary, it's you making calls based on what is happening to you, or rather what is not happening to you, and making you go into this place of not trusting the universe, not trusting God, not trusting source energy or your higher self to create what and to bring in what you desire, and makes you then go out there and do it and think you have to do it and think the whole world is weighing on your shoulders. If you don't do it, it will never happen, right? So there's that. It's defensive. Whereas going more into the receptive mode of calling him in, opening, is passive offense. That is an energy of calm. It's queenly. It's a knowing. And I'm not saying that you can just flip a switch and get there. But when you are in a place of offense, and I say passive offense because it isn't you controlling everything to make it happen. It's not like aggressive offense. It's graceful offense, you creating your life through your desires, then it takes away that energy of lack. It puts you in a space where you are in divine communion and connection and communication with source energy for God to know what your desires are, and therefore those desires can come into your life. So you become like the flower petal, the flower that has its petals just opened, waiting. Yes, it looks like waiting, but it's really just knowing that it will be pollinated. It knows that the butterfly will arrive and pollinate the flower. It knows that it's coming. It knows that it's receiving. So it's not in stress. It's not in anxiety. So the stress and anxiety is very repelling for the masculine energy. Now, I'm not saying the masculine energy, masculine through a person or through the world, is perfect by any means. There's a lot of drama there. There's a lot of wounding, a lot of toxicity. We call it toxicity. It really just stems down to a lot of trauma and wounding. But regardless, there's a lot of healed masculinity out there too, a lot of divine masculinity, and even to that, it's repelling. The divine masculine doesn't want to land on the flower that's freaking out. It wants to land on the peaceful flower. Not that you always have to be peaceful. I don't want anyone to construe my words here. It's that you need to understand that in order for that masculine to arrive, it needs to know that you're going to trust it. It's not going to arrive to a danger zone. It wants to arrive where it also is going to be safe, because the feminine is infinitely stronger than the masculine, energetically speaking. And so, yeah, there is a lot of fear that the masculine has of the feminine. And if the feminine is in active offense, which is really just kind of masculine energy as well, it's not going to be attracted to that. It's going to want to go the other way. It's like, oh, that's not safe, or oh, that's just going to be that's going to be competition, or that's going to be scary. So it's also scary to you, which is why when you're in this waiting mode, and why isn't it happening, and when is it going to happen, and how long is it going to take, and is this ever going to happen for me, you're not receiving, and it might perpetuate that cycle even more. So if that's where you are, and you feel like the longer it takes, the more you go into this anxious place, you're going to have to do a thought interrupt, a pattern interrupt, a mindset interrupt, where you're going to have to make a different choice. You're going to have to recognize the thought and choose to think a different thought. And you choose to think a different thought by becoming aware, and then by doing a different action. So what kind of action can you do with your body? Can you get up? Can you do yoga? Can you go for a walk? Can you go somewhere, do something? Can you cook a meal? Can you change rooms in your home? Do something different to get yourself out of that place of, oh my God, when is this going to happen for me? And is it ever? We don't want that. So I want you to take some deep breaths with me right now. I'm going to take 3 deep breaths with you, and you're going to do it with me. And then we're going to see how we feel. So stick with me. Close your eyes and take a slow inhale. We're going to slow down the nervous system. We're going to slow down our thought process. We're going to slow down our breath. And let it go. Let go of the darkness and the heaviness. Let it go. Take another inhale. And release. That's it. You've got this. One more slow inhale. And let it go. We're reaching for softness. Now remember, it's passive offense, meaning you are creating your life passively. Don't get caught in the stress trap. You have more than enough time. There are more than enough people. There are more than enough circumstances. The universe has infinite ways of delivering your desires to you when you trust in that. And that is loving yourself and loving what is coming to you the feminine way. Make sure you hit subscribe and follow for more tips. And lovethefeminineway.com is my website. I'm currently taking on one-on-one clients. And you can sign up for a free discovery call if you are interested in connecting with me and taking your journey further and transforming everything in your love life. Sending you love.